So the next slide is culture as the hidden and obvious. So what is cultural continuum? So the continuum, the cultural proficiency continuum provides language to describe unhealthy and healthy values, behavior of a person, and policies, practices for organization. So meaning to say, the culture of hidden, of the visible or the obvious, and the focus for this is the cultural continuum as the entails to provide healthy and healthy values as behavior. It represents paradigmatism, shifting from holding the views upon toleration diversity and in transformative action of equity. And for the next slide is culture directs climate change policy. So for the first bullet, culture can indeed be predictor for the policy on climate change for country. The second one is it may impact for influencing the policy of country that will provide for other country to see changes and become knowledgeable in rational and radical instances. So the third one is shifting of the climate may impact of the living society that may result for adjustment and adaptation. And the last bullet is Article 12 of the Paris Agreement. So I do believe that culture is a factor that has direct changes in climate change policy. It's being defined that it has the power to affect the policy making and implementation depending for the condition and situation. It will also benefit other region of nations that will see and viewed and being aware for the political body suited and implemented for one country or nation. So, to its framework regarding to the culture. So, and the Article 12 Paris Agreement, the article focusing for the appropriate changes and implementation to enhance climate change, education, training, public awareness, public participation, and public access to information. So, it's giving emphasis to recognize the significance and importance of this directory and respect changes in enhancing under the agreement. So, let's move on for my second part, which is the Unit for Sustainable Development as precursor to climate change, the concept of sustainable development. So, let's first define what is sustainable development. So, sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of our future generation to meet their own needs. The second one is, it's the continue to evolve as the protecting the world resources while its true agenda is to control world resources. So the next one is a stable relationship between human activities and natural world, which does not diminish the prospect of for the future generation to enjoy the quality of the least of as good as own. So the last one is recognize the needs of for humanity between the environment, social, and economy. Okay, for this part is focusing in other concept of the unit regarding to the concept of sustainable development. So it emphasizes and focus that sustainable development is projectile plan and aspiration that the government and organization want to provide in order to meet the needs and give on what the peoples in the society needed. So this plan is moving to sustain and supporting the livings socially, economically, environmentally, and etc. without hesitating the future and focusing into these resources and capability. It also refers as the continuous process of resourcing in preservation and innovation to control and have balance. So meaning to say, it's talk about of the human activity also and platform to sourcing economy and living for imploring action and referred plans to improve also the society and have a better state along to it. So the Sustainable Development Plan is a projectile plan that it has a body of goals and set of goals and objectives that they want to project, they want to achieve for today's generation without hesitating the capability of the future generation. So it also moves for the balance and control for the resources and the world. So let's move on. So the social, environmental, and economic. So in social, there's a three bullet. So there's three check rather. So the social under this is provide basic human needs, agriculture necessity, and accommodate city development. And for the environmental, provide financial stability, and for the economic is sustainable biodiversity. So for the certain area to sustainable plan and development, that supplement for success and innovation to provide a stable and promote life stability. So in social plan, it giving emphasis for providing the basic needs of the people in supporting living, like also investing for the agricultural necessity and accommodation. So inserting also in under the social is the build program like city development that bring impact in social state that entails progress in life. So the second one is the environmental. Is means of the stability promoting a better livings also. Providing and supporting financial activities that will equip to support a stable statement of the human. So environmental factor that will result for the wealth image of environment. So the last one is economical. So we only pertaining in this part for the ensuring and assuring the good and healthy way of a better biodiversity. In addition, so the three area is the factor that affecting for the sustainable development for the nations, for the better generations of today and better state of living today. And for the last part of my report, the determinants of health. So it has a listed determinants of health, which is the social economic environment, the physical environment, and the person's individual's characteristic and in behaviors, income and social status, education, physical environment, social support networks, genetics, health services, and gender. So all that listed determinants of health is being the health influenced by many factors, which generally be organized in many categories that encompasses for the economic and social condition that has a impact in health. From the people along to it. That all the listed factors are the influenced by the social circumstances and addressing the health determinants may brought achievement for the health equity and to provide a better system of health in the society. And again, I'm Marlo Bibal Maced II, and I'm one of the 3 reporters for this unit, for the Unit 4. So, I hope you learned something from me today, BSED2H. Thank you and God bless.